They say every dream can slowly disappear beneath the gold. When the city lights keep flashing like a story being sold. Fast cars through the midnight highways, endless parties in the haze. Neon oceans full of people chasing temporary waves. But behind the crowd and noise there's still a silence growing deep, like a calm before the sunrise when the restless world can't sleep. Every glitter leaves reflections that dissolve beneath the rain, and the soul begins to wonder if the shine is worth the pain. When the music fades to echoes and the morning fills the sky, there's a quiet voice inside me asking what survives the night. Would you trade your freedom for a palace built on broken dreams? Would you lose yourself forever, chasing things that never heal? Would you sell your soul for power while the ocean steals your life? Would you run toward the glitter while your heart fades out of sight? Every shadow has a price beneath the golden luxury. Tell me when the dawn arrives, who would you choose to be? One step closer to the fire, one mistake can pull you down. When the spotlight starts dissolving and the silence grows too loud, cold eyes hidden behind diamonds, empty smiles behind the fame, living lives designed by strangers while forgetting your own name. Every wave of shallow pleasure disappears too fast to hold, like the sunlight on the water turning silver into smoke. And the deeper that you wander through the mirrors of the night, the more the soul starts searching for a reason to survive. When the parties end at sunrise and the world goes still again, do you recognize your reflection underneath the fading red? Would you trade your freedom for a palace built on broken dreams? Would you lose yourself forever, chasing things that never heal? Would you sell your soul for power while the ocean steals your life? Would you run toward the glitter while your heart fades out of sight? Every shadow has a price beneath the golden luxury. Tell me when the dawn arrives, who would you choose to be? Maybe peace was never hidden in the diamonds or the fame. Maybe freedom feels like sunlight dancing softly on the waves, like the islands in the distance glowing warm beneath the blue. There are some things in this lifetime money never gives to you, and when every neon fantasy eventually fades away, only truth remains beside you with the calm of morning waves. Oh, In the end, the soul decides what it was meant to be. Golden sunlight on the water paints reflections in your eyes, and the world feels slightly reckless underneath these paradise skies. Hearts igniting like the colors falling softly through the dawn, while your touch moves through my body like a rhythm pulling strong. Palm tree shadows dancing slowly with the breeze beside the sea. And every second wrapped around you feels electric under me. Maybe loving you this deeply makes me lose control tonight, but your energy turns chaos into something warm and bright. Ocean winds keep whispering your name into the morning air. Every moment feels familiar, like a dream already there. Lost between the tides and moonlight, drifting freely through the blue. And this beautiful madness only makes sense next to you. I go crazy for your sunlight in the middle of the summer haze. Crazy how your love can turn the darkness into golden waves. Crazy dancing through the silence underneath the endless sky. Crazy how your heartbeat pulls me closer every single night. And I never wanna wake up from the fire in your eyes. I go crazy loving you beneath these moonless paradise skies. City lights become reflections floating far beyond the shore, while your laughter moves around me like the waves forevermore. Every heartbeat keeps on racing with the rhythm of the sea, and the night feels like forever every time you're close to me. We keep running through the moments like the dawn will never rise, holding on to all the colors burning softly through the night. And the higher that we drift into the warmth above the tide, the more the world below us slowly disappears from sight. Summer winds keep wrapping around us like a song we cannot lose, and every breath beside you feels like freedom breaking through. I go crazy for your sunlight in the middle of the summer haze. Crazy how your love can turn the darkness into golden waves. Crazy dancing through the silence underneath the endless sky. Crazy how your heartbeat pulls me closer every single night. And I never wanna wake up from the fire in your eyes. I go crazy loving you beneath these moonless paradise skies. City lights are spinning slowly while the coastline glows below, and the rush inside my spirit only rises as we go. Can't come down from this emotion, floating somewhere in the blue, like the sunrise breaking open every dream I have with you. Wild nights moving like the ocean, carrying us endlessly. Every touch becomes a memory, written deep beneath my skin. Standing the sea. Every night felt everlasting, like a wild unfinished dream. Every laugh became a promise, floating higher through the dark. Every heartbeat chased the feeling of forever in our hearts. Golden mornings by the coastline wrapped the world in shades of fire, and we danced like nothing, waiting somewhere far beyond the light. Now the years move like the current, disappearing with the tide, but my soul still runs toward you every time I close my eyes. Maybe time can steal the moments, but it never takes the glow of the summer days that taught us what it meant to feel alive. Those were the golden days, burning brighter than the sunrise waves. We believed the light would last forever, through the endless haze. Now the years keep drifting farther, like reflections on the sea, but those memories still shimmer somewhere deep inside of me. No matter where the ocean carries all the pieces of my soul, I'm still holding on to echoes of the days that made us whole. Every rooftop conversation, every reckless midnight drive, every dream we built together felt too beautiful to die. We were chasing constellations through the warmth of summer air, like the whole world opened softly every time you met my stare. Now the silence feels much larger than the spaces in between, but your shadow still appears inside the corners of my dreams, like the sunlight through the palm trees after storms have passed away. Part of me still lives forever in those wild and golden days. Maybe growing up just means we learn how quickly seasons fade, but the heart still keeps the fire of the love we couldn't save. Those were the golden days, burning brighter than the sunrise waves. We believed the light would last forever, through the endless haze. Now the years keep drifting farther, like reflections on the sea, but those memories still shimmer somewhere deep inside of me. No matter where the ocean carries all the pieces of my soul, I'm still holding on to echoes of the days that made us whole. Lift your spirit toward the morning, while the sky begins to bloom. Feel the rhythm of the ocean, washing shadows from the blue. Every heartbeat keeps on rising, like the dawn beyond the rain, and the light returns much stronger after every night of pain. Maybe nothing lasts forever, not the stars, not even time, but the love we carried with us still survives beneath the tide. Sunrise in my mind, here comes the light. Feel the heartbeat rising higher through the dawn. You'll be alright. Golden memories keep shining on and on. you like colored eyes, like the ocean catching sunlight underneath the evening sky. Every second felt electric in the middle of that heat, like the world dissolved around us every time our shadows meet. 17 and chasing moments that we thought would never fade, running barefoot through the summer while the stars above us swayed. And the silence found the shoreline on the night you walked away, and my restless heart kept breaking with the words you didn't say. Maybe young love burns the brightest just before it disappears, like the golden light of sunset melting softly through the years. Don't you know you were my home in the middle of the summer rain? We were 17, lost between forever and a fleeting flame, caught between our dreams and moonlight, drifting slowly through the blue. Maybe we were something deeper than the world we ever knew. Now the tide keeps pulling memories farther out into the dawn, but part of me still wonders where the paradise is gone. Every photograph still carries traces of your golden glow, like reflections on the water from a life I used to know. Late night laughter on the coastline, city lights beside the sea. Every tiny broken moment still survives inside of me. Tried to move beyond the echoes, try to leave the past behind, but your voice still moves like summer through the corners of my mind. And whenever morning colors spill across the waves again, I remember who I was before the world learned how to change. Maybe some loves never vanish, they just fade into the sky, like the stars above the ocean waiting quietly at night. Don't you know you were my home in the middle of the summer rain? We were 17, lost between forever and a fleeting flame, caught between our dreams and moonlight, drifting slowly through the blue. Maybe we were something deeper than the world we ever knew. Now the tide keeps pulling memories farther out into the dawn, but part of me still wonders where the paradise is gone. If I could return to those mornings, glowing gold beside the sea, I would stay inside the moment where your hand still reached for me, where the future felt unbroken and the nights refused to end, like the ocean holding sunlight just before the darkness bends. Maybe growing up just means we learn that nothing truly stays, but the heart still keeps a doorway to those wild and golden days. Don't you know you were my home when the world was painted bright, bright? roses hiding secrets underneath the candlelight. I can read the quiet distance living somewhere in your stare, like the calm before the storm that slowly freezes all the air. Every promise tastes like sorrow, fading deeper with the rain. And the warmth we built together doesn't feel the same again. Now the sunrise spills the honesty across the ocean blue, and I finally see the ending hidden deep inside of you. Maybe love begins unraveling long before the final goodbye, like the flowers losing color underneath the morning light. Flowers and wine can't cover up the truth between our hearts tonight. No more velvet words or golden lies, pretending we're alright. You kept treating love like something easy enough to rearrange, but the silence in your eyes already told me things had changed. And no matter how you dress the ending in romantic shades of blue, flowers and wine will never hide the truth. No more ribbons wrapped around apologies too late to save. No more empty midnight speeches drifting slowly with the waves. I can feel the cold between us growing stronger every day, like the tide pulling the shoreline little further out away. Every touch has lost the fire that once burned beneath our skin, and your voice no longer sounds like somewhere I could ever live. Now the morning breeze reminds me some goodbyes arrive in peace, when the heart grows tired of fighting for a love already weak. Maybe endings don't explode, they slowly fade into the air, like the stars above the ocean disappearing without warning. Flowers and wine can't cover up the truth between our hearts tonight. No more velvet words or golden lies, pretending we're alright. You kept treating love like something easy enough to rearrange, but the silence in your eyes already told me things had changed. And no matter how you dress the ending in romantic shades of blue, flowers and wine will never hide the truth. Let the ocean take the memories drifting farther with the dawn. I don't need another promise just to hold on to what's gone. Maybe heartbreak is a lesson written softly through the rain, teaching fragile hearts the difference between comfort and real change. And although your shadow lingers in the corners of my mind, I know healing starts the moment that the truth steps into light. Flowers and wine can't save a love already fading with the tide, like the sunset losing color when the morning starts to rise. And no part of me still aches beneath the gold of yesterday. I would rather face the silence than believe another fake. Now the sunrise paints acceptance slowly across the open blue. Flowers and wine could never hide the truth. A soul with stories hidden underneath the morning skies. Golden fire inside his spirit, glowing softly through his eyes. He said the night will carry us beyond the shadows of the past. Every step beside each other makes the broken moments last. A palm tree silhouettes were swaying while the coastline breathed alive, and the stars above the water looked like dreams we could survive. Every word became a rhythm, drifting slowly through the blue, like the ocean whispering quietly that it would lead me back to you. Through the silence of the midnight and the colors of the dawn, I could feel our hearts still moving like they always belong. Shadows disappear like waves beneath the gold of morning light, and every breath beside you makes the whole world feel alive. Through the quiet and the chaos, through the storms we wandered through, every heartbeat keeps reminding me that love begins with you. Like the sunrise on the ocean after endless shades of gray, every moment in your arms becomes a brighter kind of day. Walking through the changing seasons, still I'm never truly lost. Hope becomes the road before me every time our shadows cross. Even when the distant heavens hide the stars behind the rain, your light still moves beside me like the warmth before the day. Every mile becomes a memory written softly in the sand, and forever feels much closer every time you hold my hand. Like the breeze across the islands, carrying echoes through the sea, your love turns every lonely horizon into somewhere meant for me. Golden skies unfolding slowly while the dawn begins to rise, and the world feels made for dreaming every time I meet your eyes. Shadows disappear like waves beneath the golden morning light, and every breath beside you makes the whole world feel alive. Through the quiet and the chaos, through the storms we wandered through, every heartbeat keeps reminding me that love begins with you. Like the sunrise on the ocean after endless shades of gray, every moment in your arms becomes a brighter kind of day. Golden roads and endless coastlines turning slowly into home. Every laugh becomes a melody wherever we may roam. We don't need a map to guide us, don't need promises or plans, when the ocean keeps on dancing to the rhythm of our hands. Paradise is not a place, it's the warmth inside your eyes, like the morning light reflecting where the endless water shines, dancing slowly by the shoreline while the moonlight fades away. heartbeat next to mine. Through the highs and through the lows, through every storm we survive. You're the reason all these broken pieces finally feel alive. Shadows disappear forever in the glow of morning skies. Your love becomes the sunrise, waking colors back to life. Every road and every ocean somehow leads me back to you. Like the tide returning softly every time the night is through. Now the dawn spills golden fire across the waves beneath our feet, and forever feels much closer every time our hearts both meet. Paradise, I found it in your eyes, beneath the morning light. Falling through the quiet morning doesn't feel as hard tonight. Like the ocean pulling gently underneath the fading light. I keep reaching through the distance while the currents drift away, searching for your shadow somewhere in the silence of the waves. Morning air across my skin feels soft as sunlight through the blue, and the darkness slowly weakens every time I think of you. Every fading shape around me disappears into the dawn. Still I fight to keep believing, even after you are gone. Maybe healing starts in moments where the heart learns how to breathe. Like the sunrise finding color after endless shades of grief. I whispered all my hidden questions to the emptiness at night, while the echoes of your memory kept dissolving into light. My restless soul kept chasing after every train that pulled away, wondering if your heart still wandered through the places where we stayed. Now the fading neon colors blur together with the rain, and the words we never spoke still circle slowly through my veins. You became the quiet silence living underneath my skin, like unfinished conversations I can never leave within. Every shadow leaves a trace behind the glow of yesterday. Like the ocean keeps returning to the shore it cannot save. What was I to you when the music disappeared into the dark? Just a fleeting summer moment, or the rhythm in your heart. pieces of the love we couldn't hold. Skies beside the restless sea. Your laughter sounded beautiful, but never fully honest to me. Now the memories replay like shadows dancing through the haze, leaving quite unanswered feelings drifting slowly through the rain. Goodbyes are written long before they finally arrive, hidden deep between the moments where two hearts forget to fight. What was that of you when the morning finally touched the sky? Just another passing shadow, or a dream that stayed alive? What was that of you beneath the golden fading paradise? A heartbeat lost in moonlight, or the love you left behind? Now the waves erase the footprints that we left beside the shore, but part of me still listens for your voice forevermore. The light comes in, but your echo still remains. Found a quiet place inside where all the chaos finally slowed, like the ocean after midnight, when the restless waves grow low. Even the reckless side within me softened gently in the blue, as the morning light kept pouring through the spaces I once knew. I wrote every hidden fear across the pages in my hands, letting all the weight unravel like forgotten grains of sand. And the more the ink kept falling, the less power darkness owned, like the shadows lost their language when the sunrise reached my soul. Now the silence feels much softer than the storms I used to know, and I need you to remember healing starts by letting go. Maybe peace was always waiting underneath the noise inside, like the dawn behind the ocean after endless sleepless nights. Peace of mind and restless heart finally met beneath the dawn, where the golden daylight rises and the fear begins dissolving. Every trouble fades like smoke above the water in the rain. Every word I wrote became another chain I didn't need, and the shadows lost their power Every scar I used to carry slowly drifts beyond the sea, and the fear that once controlled me doesn't feel the same to me. I laid every heavy burden underneath the morning sky, watched the darkness lose its shape beneath the softness of the light. Now each step becomes much lighter on the road beneath my feet, like the sunrise through the palm trees, bringing warmth back into me. I don't need to know the ending, I just breathe and let it move. And for the first time in forever, I feel free enough to lose. Maybe healing means accepting not every answer needs to stay, like the ocean keeps on moving even after storms and rain. Peace of mind and restless heart finally met beneath the dawn, where the golden daylight rises and the fear begins dissolving. Every trouble fades like smoke above the water in the rain. Every word I wrote became another chain I didn't need, and the shadows lost their power little by little with the light, as the morning carried healing through the silence of my mind. I can feel the sunlight breaking through the corners of my soul, like the warmth returning softly to a heart once made of stone. Every wave becomes a lesson, every breath becomes release, and the silence no longer scares me. It finally feels like peace. Maybe freedom isn't running from the darkness or the pain. Maybe freedom is surrendering and learning how to change. Peace of mind and restless heart now move together with the sea, like the dawn embracing shadows with a quiet kind of grace. And no matter where this journey slowly carries me from here, I know healing lives forever in the moments we face fear. Now the sunlight floods the ocean as another day begins, and the calm inside my spirit finally feels like home again. The daylight starts, and the fear lets go. I call your name beneath the glow of midnight on the sea, but every echo drifts away and still returns to me. Empty streets and fading shadows move beneath the silver rain, while the silence asks the question I still cannot explain. Why did love dissolve so softly like the tide beneath the moon? Why did your reflection leave before the dawn arrived too soon? Now the coastline feels much colder where your laughter used to stay, and my restless heart still wanders through the night you walked away. Every wave becomes a memory, washing gently through my mind, like the stars above the ocean disappearing out of sight. Every step I take feels hollow, like your shadows missing near, constellations drifting slowly through the blue. But every fallen star reminds me somehow back to you. Every dream becomes a doorway leading quietly through time to the nights beside the ocean where your heartbeat matched with mine. Now each breath feels like returning to a place I cannot reach, like deja vu across the water, washing softly over me. And no matter where the sunrise paints its colors through the rain, your memory keeps moving through me like a never-ending wave. Maybe some loves never leave us, they just hide beneath the light, like the moon above the ocean, waiting quietly at night. Every step I take feels hollow, like your shadow's missing near, haunted by the warmth your smile once left inside the atmosphere. Where did you go when the morning pulled the moonlight from the sky? I keep chasing fading outlines, disappearing with the tide. Nothing in this world around me feels the way it felt before. I still hear your name repeating through the echoes of the shore. It's more than just a memory whenever melodies return, like the ocean singing softly for a fire that still burns. Every note becomes a doorway to the night you slipped away, and your shadow fades like moonlight, slowly swallowed by the waves. Though I reach into the silence, you dissolve before my eyes, like the dream the dawn keeps stealing. Every single time it rises, you became the quiet heartbeat underneath my every breath, the lingering echo of a love that time could never end. And even now the morning carries traces of your soul, like the tide returning endlessly to places it once called home. Every step I take still leads me through the colors we once knew, like the sunrise on the ocean, still reflecting pieces of you. Where did you go when forever disappeared into the rain? Part of me still waits beside the waves to hear your voice again. Though the stars above the water slowly fade into the blue, you remain much more than memory and everything I do. More than a memory, you still move like the tide through me. Late nights drifting through the city while the coastline glows in blue. Caught between the things we silence and the truth inside our eyes. No directions, no forever written clearly in our hands. Yet every road keeps bending softly closer to where we stand. Palm tree shadows move around us while the moonlight floods the sea, and the distance slowly ocean finding calmness every time it meets the dark. I could never let you go, even when the shadows start to fall. Even if tomorrow vanished, I would still answer your call. Broken words can leave their scars beneath the surface of the soul, but your one keeps pulling pieces of my restless heart back home. And although I know this fire could disappear into the rain, I keep falling through your love again and again and again. And again and again. Now you're lying here beside me while the sunrise floods the room. Every heartbeat moving slowly like the rhythm of the moon. In your arms I found a harbor from the storms I used to know. Like the calm inside the ocean when the restless currents slow. Every breath repeats your name into the silence of the dawn, and the world outside grows distant while your touch keeps pulling strong. Nothing feels the way it used to before your light entered my life, and I don't wanna lose this moment, disappearing with the night. Hold me closer while the morning paints reflections on the sea. Like forever only lives inside the space between our dreams. I could never let you go, even when the shadows start to fall. Even if tomorrow vanished, I would still answer your call. Broken words can leave their scars beneath the surface of the soul, but your warmth keeps pulling pieces of my restless heart back home. endless highway stretching far beyond the sea. No one knows where all the turning roads are meant to finally lead. Through the golden dawn and midnight, through the storms and neon skies, I keep driving toward the feeling hidden somewhere past the light. Traffic lights and broken timelines never slow the fire inside. Every mile becomes a lesson carried softly with the tide. And I still keep asking questions while the morning colors glow. Will I ever find the answer waiting at the end of roads? Maybe freedom lives inside the hearts that never stop believing. Like the sunrise through the darkness, always finding ways to break in. Even when I'm falling through the shadows of another night, I'll keep chasing every dream beneath these endless tropical skies. You can say I've lost direction, you can say I've lost control. Still I hold my spirit higher while the waves beneath me roll. Even if the stars are fading, even if the sky comes down, I will keep on moving forward with my head above the clouds. We were jumping from the edges with our hearts wide open, free, just in every reckless moment, like the ocean, just the breeze. Sometimes life can leave you shattered like a wave against the shore, but the sunrise always teaches there is something worth fighting for. Every fall becomes another chance to rise beyond the pain, like the palm trees bending softly underneath the storm and rain. And I still keep chasing answers through the echoes of the dawn, wondering where this winding journey keeps on carrying us on. Maybe hope is just the courage to keep walking through the blue, even when the road ahead disappears beyond the view. Even when I'm falling through the shadows of another night, I'll keep chasing every dream beneath these endless tropical skies. You can say I've lost direction, you can say I've lost control. Still I hold my spirit higher while the waves beneath me roll. Even if the stars are fading, even if the sky comes down, I will keep on moving forward with my head above the clouds. Every road becomes a story written softly in the sand. Every scar becomes a reminder that we're stronger than we planned. Like the ocean keeps returning after every storm has passed, the heart keeps finding reasons to believe again at last. And no matter where tomorrow pulls the horizon out of sight, I know there's still a sunrise waiting somewhere past the night. Even when I'm falling through the chaos of a changing tide, I'll keep dancing with the sunlight breaking open through the sky. You can say I'm dreaming blindly, but my soul still feels alive. And I'll carry all my hope into reflections while the world kept moving on. Looking back through faded moments underneath the morning sky, I can finally see the pieces I was always meant to find. Still a child inside my spirit, trying hard to play grown strong, following the voices teaching me which roads I should belong. But the older that I'm getting, the less certain life appears, like the ocean changing colors every time the dawn draws near. Maybe growing up just means we slowly learn to live on shore, like the tide that keeps on moving without knowing where it's going. Oh, hurts becoming older when the world feels out of place, when the answers disappear like morning shadows in the rain. Oh, every step feels unfamiliar underneath these changing skies, and nothing really makes sense anymore tonight. Oh, maybe we were never meant to understand it all. Maybe life's just learning softly how to rise after the fall. Still the silence keeps reminding me through every restless wave, nothing makes sense anymore. Maybe all the signs were waiting somewhere hidden in the blue, that the years would never turn me into someone fully new. Every lesson leaves another question drifting through my mind, like reflections on the water disappearing with the tide. Am I the only soul still searching through the noise of growing old, trying to translate all these feelings no one really ever told? And the more I chase the future, the more distant it becomes, like the stars above the ocean fading slowly with the dawn. Maybe none of us are certain where this endless road will lead. We just learn to keep on walking while the waves beneath us breathe. Oh, it hurts becoming older when the world feels out of place, when the answers disappear like morning shadows in the rain. Oh, every step feels unfamiliar underneath these changing skies, and nothing really makes sense anymore tonight. Oh, maybe we were never meant to understand it all. Maybe life's just learning softly how to rise after the fall. Still the silence keeps reminding me through every restless wave, nothing makes sense. Teach me how to fall without fearing what I'll lose below, how to trust the unseen current when the tide no longer shows. Maybe freedom lives inside the unknown places we avoid, like the sunrise waiting quietly beyond the edge of night. And whatever I become beneath the gold of changing days, I just hope my heart remembers how to love along the way. Oh, maybe growing older means accepting what we cannot know, like the sea that keeps on dancing even when the winds grow cold. Oh, every scar becomes a story written softly through the years, and though nothing truly makes sense, I'm still standing here. Now the morning floods the ocean with another fragile light, and I breathe beneath the sunrise. through the rain. But the moment that she found me, everything began to change. Turned my whole world upside down in ways I never understood. Like the ocean pulling closer every time she says my name. Now I wanna stay beside her through the fading city lights. Leave my favorite shirt around her so it carries her all night. Every trace of her perfume feels like summer on my skin, and the thought of waking near her makes the whole world spin again. Now I finally understand the songs they used to sing about. That kind of love that fills your chest and makes you wanna scream it loud. Have you ever fallen so hard that the stars begin to blur? Lost your breath the moment sunlight dances softly off her dress. When your heartbeat starts racing like the waves beneath the blue, and you can't stop smiling every second that she moves. When her laughter feels like paradise and her touch becomes your sky, that's the moment you discover what it means to be alive. That's how you know you've been in love. You've been in love. There's something in the way she dances when she thinks nobody sees. Like the palm trees moving slowly with the rhythm of the breeze. And the way her laughter echoes through the silence of the dawn makes the whole world feel much softer every time she pulls me close. Sometimes when she starts to leave me, I just hold her hand and say, stay a little longer with me while the night fades into day. Because every second with her feels too beautiful to lose. Like the sunlight on the ocean glowing golden shades of blue. Now I finally understand the songs they used to sing about. That kind of love that fills your soul and makes you wanna shout it out. Have you ever fallen so hard that the stars begin to blur? Lost your breath the moment sunlight dances softly off her dress. When your heartbeat starts racing like the waves beneath the blue, and you can't stop smiling every second that she moves. When her laughter feels like paradise and her touch becomes your sky, that's the moment you discover what it means to be alive. That's how you know you've been in love. Maybe love is just a feeling of the sunrise on your skin. Like the ocean finding calmness every time the tide comes in. And no matter where tomorrow pulls the horizon far away, I will follow her forever through the colors of the waves. Because some hearts arrive like magic in the middle of the night, turning ordinary moments into something full of light. Have you ever felt your whole world changing with a single smile? Like forever suddenly became a place worth staying for a while. When the morning feels much warmer every time she's by your side, and the world begins to glow beneath the gold of paradise. When her eyes become your safe place and her voice becomes your home, that's how you know you found a love you never wanna lose. It's how you know you've been in love. It's how you know you've been in love. I wanna break away from all the weight inside my chest tonight. Still I crave the warmth around me when your arms once held me tight. Every lonely morning feels much colder now you're not around. Like the closer than my pride would ever let my voice confess. Like the tide returning softly, then after all that's left, maybe we should lose tomorrow in the silence of this room. Pretend the sunrise isn't waiting just beyond the fading moon. Should I disappear forever from the memories we made? Close my eyes and stop reliving every touch that still remains. How do I stop calling you mine when the feeling never died? Every thought of us keeps echoing like waves against my mind. You never shattered underneath the storms that broke apart my soul. You never hid behind your fears or let the darkness take control. So why am I the one still drowning in the silence of goodbye? Why am I the one still reaching through the shadows every night? I'm terrified the world will move and leave my heart behind. While your memory keeps burning like the sunrise in my mind. I still think about you endlessly beneath these morning skies. Like the ocean keeps returning to the shore it left behind. Can't stop, no, I can't stop. You always knew the perfect words to win the battles in my head, while I learned how to wear silence like a mask instead. Now I smile through conversations while my soul begins to fade, pretending everything is beautiful and nothing feels misplaced. But every crowded room grows empty when your voice is not around. Like the moonlight disappearing when the dawn begins to bloom. And the harder that I force myself to act like I moved on, the deeper all your echoes settle softly in my thoughts. Maybe healing takes much longer when the love was something true, like the stars above the ocean waiting quietly for you. You never shattered underneath the storms that broke apart my soul. You never hid behind your fears or let the darkness take control. So why am I the one still drowning in the silence of goodbye? Why am I the one still reaching through the shadows every night? I'm terrified the world will move and leave my heart behind. While your memory keeps burning like the sunrise in my mind. I still think about you endlessly beneath these morning skies. Like the ocean keeps returning to the shore it left behind. Can't stop, no, I can't stop. Maybe I always knew the story would dissolve into the rain, that someday you would find another light to chase again. Still my heart keeps holding on to every moment we became. Like the sea refusing daylight while the stars begin to fade. And though tomorrow waits beyond the edge of all we knew, part of me still wants forever hidden somewhere next to you. You never broke fully mine. I can't stop thinking about you. I walk these empty streets tonight beneath the fading neon glow, while hidden truths unravel softly like the tide against the shore, leaving all the walls I built to keep the loneliness away. Every fear begins dissolving underneath the morning haze. Silence crashes through me like a wave I cannot fight, and all the guarded parts inside me slowly drift into the night. Now the ocean breeze keeps whispering there's more beyond the pain, like the sunrise waiting quietly behind the storm and rain. Control is how the healing finally starts, like the tide surrendering softly to the rhythm of the dark. Sunrise in the distance, guiding my restless soul, before the silence pulls me under once again. I walk beneath the moonlit skyline while the city fades away, and suddenly love feels different. Calm before the day, throwing wishes toward the heavens like forgotten coins at sea, hoping something in the darkness still remembers how to reach me. Every shadow turns to colors in the softness of the dawn, like a dream I can't awaken from, no matter how far gone. And somewhere through the endless blue, I hear your distant voice, like the ocean carrying answers through the silence and the noise. Maybe every broken pathway slowly leads us back to hope, like the stars above the water teaching lost hearts where to go. Beyond the darkness, calling me back before sunrise. Shadows disappear, and I finally hear my heart beat stronger than my fear. Save me, because tonight I'm learning how to save myself. Going home alone, but not lost anymore. Friday night and killing hours while the city drifts asleep. Found an old photograph of us tangled somewhere in between. Faded denim, careless laughter, salt air running through our hair. Back when every road felt endless and the world belonged to us. Now I'm sitting in the silence of an apartment far from home, watching old reflections flicker like the sunset on my phone. And it pulls me back to highways wrapped in neon summer skies, to the nights we drove forever with the ocean by our side. I can't remember where we ended up that night in Memphis, lights running reckless through the crossroads while the city blurred behind. All I know is how it felt, the windows open wide like the stars themselves were dancing while we disappeared into the night. Sometimes I still wanna call you just to ask how life has been, 'cause I miss the way we laughed beneath those careless summer winds. All the midnight drives and broken songs we screamed into the dark. All the memories that still glow softly somewhere in my heart. Even now the morning carries echoes drifting through my mind, of the way we felt back then beneath those endless paradise skies. The years move faster than the waves along the shore. Has it really been 12 summers since I saw you anymore? Did you find the life you dreamed of somewhere far beyond the blue? Did the world become the answer you were always running to? I still think about those mornings waking up in foreign light, Paris streets beneath the sunrise after endless reckless nights. Can't remember every detail, just the feeling in the air, like forever lived beside us while we wandered without care. We were moving like the current with no fear of getting lost, young enough to chase the chaos without counting what it cost. And although we crossed the line, sometimes we never went too far, just two restless souls together underneath electric stars. Sometimes I still wanna call you just to ask how life has been, 'cause I miss the way we laughed beneath those careless summer winds. All the midnight drives and broken songs we screamed into the dark. All the memories that still glow softly quietly somewhere in my heart. Even now the morning carries echoes drifting through my mind of the way we felt back then beneath those endless paradise skies. The windows down at night, like the sunrise on the ocean after darkness slips away. Some feelings never leave us, they just soften with the waves. Sometimes I still hear laughter when the morning meets the sea, like the echoes of a version of ourselves we used to be. And though the roads kept pulling us toward different shades of life, those golden nights still shimmer underneath the morning light. Now the dawn spills through the silence as another day begins, and I smile, remembering everything we were back then. Way back then, we thought the road would never end.